Hello everyone, welcome to HUCOLO TV Human Colony Saturday webinar. Today we have Sarah Oxidine going to channel for us today. And Valerie's not here today, so I'm going to introduce everybody. We have Christine and Coralie and Douglas. And look, Jim Charles is here. Imagine that. And Jay is here, and Ray is here, and Sam is here, and Will is here with an important message about the Hot Springs Retreat. I'm wondering if Will would like to go ahead and make his announcement now, if he's available.
I can unmute.
All right.
I apologize for my surface noise here. I am outside. So we have 1 week left. We have one more week until Hot Springs Retreat Beyond Belief, and it's an amazing event. And we have opened it up so you may participate online. And we have amazing events next Saturday. Jim will be doing the Saturday webinar from Hot Springs. And in the afternoon, then we'll have the first session is going to be beliefs. And then Guru Dan is going to do a galactic healing session. And then I'll be doing a session on regression. So we'll take care of some past life issues.
Sounds awesome. That's going to be a really good, busy Saturday.
It's a busy Saturday, a busy Sunday, a busy Monday, and a busy Tuesday.
Yeah, your signal's degrading.
For the links on how to participate online via Zoom and Google Hangouts. We do have free events every night. So come join us.
Awesome. Awesome, Will.
Jim's going to be there. Dan's going to be there. Sarah's going to be there. Well, yeah. We all will be leading segment.
We might even have some special guests. We're not sure yet. That hasn't solidified yet, but we hope to have some special guests as well.
Exactly.
If they're able to make it.
It'll be a phenomenal event.
It's going to be awesome.
And Monday, the solstice, every event is epic. We're enrolling in Aquarian Fire. We are doing Atlantean Quantum Crystalline Field Activation. We're doing a solstice event, and it's also the full moon. So in the evening, do a free online Holy Fire manifestation. It's just going to be epic. You don't want to miss it.
Be there or be square kind of deal. Yes, there'll be Zoom is a free thing to sign up for. Anybody can join. You just make a username and password, and then the Zoom links will be made available to those who want to go to the Zoom events. Zoom is really nice. It can accommodate up to 50 people per video session, so come one, come all kind of deal. More on that a little later on. I don't know, Will, do you have more, or was that what you had for now?
You can contact Guru Dan or me via email and get information on how to hook up with Zoom and Google Hangouts, and you can get all the session descriptions on my website, Reiki with Will. And Dan, since I'm not at a computer, can you actually put the links in the Google Plus today's event and on the YouTube? So people
sure.
Can find them
easily. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, no problem.
Awesome, thank you.
I'll post the links here shortly.
I'm going to be talking nonstop from Friday evening to
Tuesday,
Wednesday when we leave. So yes, I could talk constantly about what's going to happen.
Awesome. All right, thank you, Will. That's wonderful. Awesome. And I'll post the links for everybody, and it'll be made available below on the YouTube, and it'll be made available on the Google Plus events page, and probably everywhere else I can post. So we'll get that all going for everybody. All right, thank you, Will.
You're welcome, and I'm really excited that Sarah's channeling today. Much love to you, Sarah.
Much love, Will.
You are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
All righty. Wow, pretty exciting stuff. Yes, I've been waiting for this trip for wow, 3 months now, just about. So it's next week. It'll be exciting. All right.
I was wondering if Jim wanted to say some words before we begin.
I don't know. He might. He might. Jim, would you like to unmute and say a couple things, just right quick?
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Good morning, Jim. Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Just that I've been looking forward to the trip also, and also looking forward to today. It's a very, very busy day today, but there's a lot of beautiful things planned. So have a wonderful session today, and I love you all very much, and be well. So
thank you, Jim.
and instead of saying be there or be square, you can say be there or be totally third dimensional. So, because it's going to be a very, very high fourth dimensional experience for a lot of people. So, and even higher or lower or whatever. So, wonderful time. So, Sarah, have a wonderful day. I know that it will be amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim, for everything you've done.
Yes, thank you, Jim. All right, Sarah, how are you feeling over there?
Pretty good.
I may have to present you for a little while until the questions start. Will that be all right?
Yes.
Because my microphone keeps taking over. So let me present you to everybody. There you are, so everybody can align to your energy. So do you believe you're ready to begin?
Yes.
All right, then I will mute and give you a moment to do your thing.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Oxidine. I have been with the HUCOLO community for about 2 years. It would be 2 years June, and it's June now. And I've had many wonderful experiences with many of you, and I hope to have more. And it's my first day channeling for the entire group for the webinar, so I hope you enjoy it.
Alrighty, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, whatever you would like to do next is just totally fine.
Very good, thank you. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Sarah's higher self. How are you?
I am well, thank you. And how are you?
I am good. We're having our first public webinar.
Yes, I understand.
And I think there's a lot of questions here for you, and I know how you love questions.
Yes.
So is there anything that you'd like to say initially, a topic or anything before we get going, or do you just want to go into questions?
I welcome all questions of the heart, of the spirit. The questions that have been coming up for you, the ideas that you would like to delve deeply into.
Wonderful.
Any new experiences that you have questions about, I welcome those as well.
All right.
Nothing is out of bounds, but questions of the heart is what I am most interested in.
All right. We have a question from Christine, our friend Christine, who we talked to yesterday. She has a question. Christine, can you come up? There you go.
Hello, Christine.
Sarah's higher self. I'd like to ask, I wish to hear the animals that I work with, are all animals actually, but I don't really know how to go about. I mean, I watch their body language, but I don't know for sure if what I feel is what they're saying. Is there a way that I can move this along?
Yes. First, in the sounds that they create, feel with your heart what they are saying. At first, you are looking for words or ideas that may not be the way they wish to connect to you. The heart speaks beyond words and ideas that you have grown accustomed to. So, at the beginning stage, feel what it is they are asking of you, and share what it is you are asking of them through your heart. You are both responding to each other in many ways. Do not limit the way of communication to just the mind. As you said, you are learning their tics. You are learning their movement. This is another avenue of communication. Follow that tread, that idea, and continue to feel what each tick or movement is allowing you to become aware of through your heart. The mind will catch up, yes, but allow the heart to speak before the mind. Feel into the vibrations of communication. And you will have your telepathy and your telepathy.
What's that?
Feeling with your heart, understanding with your heart, having empathy with the being you consider an animal. We are all beings. If you bring the level of awareness that the animals are beings just as you will communicate in a different way.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Do we have more questions? Sam, do you have any questions? No? No questions right now? I'll ask a question. Sarah's higher self. For people who are wanting to add clarity to their lives, are there things that they can do or questions they can ask themselves, things that they can clear that might be simple to kind of give them a little leap up? Like, can they ask themselves certain questions that might help them awaken a little bit more so they can get the information that they're seeking?
The idea of asking your questions is a great idea, but the questions that will be created will be from the known information that they have gained over their lifetime. The allowance of the unknown is what is necessary. Reconnecting to nature will also begin to heighten their awareness with themselves and all the things around them, all the elements, the connection to the trees, the connection with the heart and the mind. that will open up many capabilities that they are unaware of. But the allowance of the unknown is what is necessary to move forward in your experience. Does that answer your question?
It does. That helps a great deal. We have member Amran here who has a question. Amran, would you like to ask?
Yes, thank you, Sarah's higher self.
Hello, Amran.
How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Good. I just a second ago, I was connecting to a crystal school, from British, from one of British museums. And can you tell me about this crystal? Because I'm still connected to it, and my body is actually vibrating. I can feel the vibration of my. It's like my whole body is vibrating. Can you tell me about this school? I think I got the name Nulet, something like that. I don't know if I got it correctly or.
You are asking about a crystal skull.
Yes.
Aha. You will learn much information from the skull. The name you received, it is his name.
Okay.
You can learn more by putting the crystal skull and intending to learn more, putting it on your third eye. It has much information to share with you on the history of the planet, the history that it has developed over its lifetime, and information that is pertinent to you for your lifetime now.
Yes, it said so too. It said that it has informations, and it said it has been a long time since it has connected to humans like this. And there was another thing it said. It said it hadn't connected to many since the downfall of some kind of people or some group of people, civilization, I think.
Atlantean.
Atlantean, yes, okay. Yeah. That's nice.
You will learn much from the skull. Respect its energy.
Yes,
as you respect yourself.
Yes, thank you. I'm actually getting used to it because the energies was very strong, and my body is not it's new to this kind of energies. So
yes, allow it. Feel into it. The vibrations you are experiencing is because your body is moving to a higher level, a faster rate, in order to connect to the skull itself.
Okay, well,
relax and breathe into the vibration of your body.
Yes. Well, there's actually something that that is a little confusing to me. I think this may help a lot of people also. When I'm connecting to something, trying to connect to it, speak to something, someone, the information that comes to me, it comes very fluently, like I am speaking to you right now, and I am doubting it. I'm doubting how how it could be so fluently. It's like when I'm going to the trees, just information just comes, and it's like I'm speaking to another person next to me. Or my crystals. Is it how it is, or?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well.
The crystal is an entity as you are.
Yeah.
You may speak to it as if you're speaking to another human being.
Yes.
It is not different from you just because it has a different facade.
Yes.
It is the same. It is vibrational energy that you may connect to, that you may speak to. Allow the interaction as you would allow the interaction of another human being. You are all vibrational beings.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Yeah,
You are welcome.
Thank you. Well, that was my questions. Yeah. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Christine, are you ready for your question? There you go.
Yeah, Sarah's higher self. I want to go back to the telepathy.
Yes.
Sometimes my conversations, I will talk to the horses or the donkeys that have been given under my care. I'll talk to them from wherever I am. I'll send them, I miss you today, I won't be out today, or something like that. Are they picking up that as well? I mean, can
yes.
Okay.
Well, the space that you perceive in between the both of you is only the idea of space, time, meaning space, the amount of time it takes you to walk to the being, the animal.
Yes.
When it comes to connecting to another being, the idea of space, time, does not exist. You may connect directly to it without being directly in front of it. You may connect to the being from any place around the world without having to be near it. This is why you perceive yourself communicating to the being from where you are, whether it's within your house or outside in your own neighborhood, your community. You may connect with feeling, thought, and vibration. So immediately.
Oh. So when I'm walking my dogs in the park and they're jumping and leaping over the canals, and I try to share that joy I feel, that the dogs are feeling, with the horses or with the donkeys, I can share that feeling, that wonderful, wow, it's just a wonderful love of running around and having fun.
Yes, immediately, as you think it.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yes.
Then almost like jumping to another subject, I have my little crystal skull here, which I really lucked out on. It's very beautiful. I created a crystal grid for helping to clear out the world's chakras, or to raising them, those who are open to it. Is it wrong, or I had put this in there as representing my higher self, so to speak, as giving that energy to that grid. I was just wondering how it was doing.
It is doing just fine.
Okay.
There is no wrong in following your excitement. You create your world.
Yes.
If it's part of what you wish to create, create.
Sometimes it's hard to know on one hand, I mean, keep my foot in one reality and then think I'm living in another one. It's hard to be in 4D and 3D.
Yes.
Because 3D has the doubts.
Yes.
Whereas 4D doesn't have doubts.
It does.
See, my birds agree.
Just in other ways. However, you chose to have this experience because you could handle it. Are you speaking?
No, that was a technical glitch. It's sorted out.
Very well. You are able to connect the two realities, the two vibrations. And you chose to have this experience because you've done it before and you said, I can do this.
Okay.
When the doubt arises, breathe into it, acknowledge it, and release it through the earth. And continue on your path.
Would it be important for me, or would it be helpful for me to delve into past lives that have been able to achieve the higher spiritual things? Or
if
just
you wish to do that, you are able to. Allowance and acceptance that you can connect will allow you to connect. Whether it's important is up to you. Is it your highest excitement?
Not really. It's just people who all go back to their past lives and everything seem to say, wow, this works for me, and I could do all this and that and whatever, because now I can connect to past life successes. Whereas I'm thinking that I'm in the here and now, and it's even though we're supposedly experiencing all lives at the same time.
Yes.
I'm wondering if I just need to focus on this one.
Yes. Focus on the here and now. And everything that you require will come here and now. If it is connection to your past, that will arise.
Yeah, yeah. I hear that so often, but now, yeah, that hit the right spot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sam, are you ready for your question?
Yes, thank you, Dan. Hello, Sarah Higher Self.
Hello, Sam.
It's a pleasure to meet you again.
Pleasure.
I got a question regarding, about meditation meaning. This will help me to understand more, as well as I think it'll help others as well as they all awaken. I want to talk about my first vision. I think I know what it means, but I am not quite sure. I'm trying to connect the dot. The vision that I have with the first meditation was I saw a stone stair, maybe 5 step, made out of stone. It was back in my native homeland. And after that vision, I saw another vision of a face. And that face was above ground, excuse me. And it appeared to be an individual of higher status, which in my culture we call it praprom, but that was not the case. Behind that stone face, there's a light, like a white light mixed with a yellow light that shines brightly, looks somewhat like an aura. And then next to that, to the left, a stone stair that is very steep, going up. It's a smaller step. That vision was shown to me the first time when I went into meditation states, and that's, I believe, that maybe that's something it's trying to show me, telling me that that's a step I have to take in order to reach enlightenment state. Am I correct, or that just?
Yes. When you receive visions, the information required is there within the vision. The things you feel with your heart, the ideas that come to your mind, all of those are part of it. Accept the information you receive as the vision has come to pass. Any other ideas that may arise, allow it.
Okay.
Feel it. Do not doubt. If you need to talk about it in order to solidify the idea for yourself, do so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to connect the dot to find out the meaning, because other vision I still do not understand.
More will come.
Okay.
And if you would like to receive more clarity, you may ask for it from yourself, your higher self.
Wonderful.
From your guides as well. Or you may go to nature, and nature will help as well.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Sarah's higher self. I have a couple of questions from members.
Yes.
One member asks, was Sarah ever a queen or similar in ancient Egypt, and who was her masculine counterpart? Yeah, no, it's a good one, yeah?
Yes.
So what information might you be able to impart?
Sarah was a queen in many lifetimes, including ancient Egypt. And in the other parallel realities of Egypt that was not in the location of what you would consider Egypt. She's had many masculine identities and many feminine identities. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think he was wondering who maybe the male counterparts would be, so that he could actually look it up on the timeline and see if it was anybody that he could see.
That is for Sarah to become aware of for herself.
Oh, okay, so that's something Sarah would like to wait on and do it herself. Okay, let me ask another question from another member. Here's member Marco, and he says for years he's tried to connect to his higher self, but without success. And he wants to know why doesn't this happen? Why is he failing, or can you give him any advice to connect to his higher self?
Find a way to meditate, and not the meditational way that everybody has been telling you to sit and cross your legs, and that doesn't work for everybody. In this day and age, you can find ways of meditation in almost everything you do. It's just that you do not perceive it to be meditation. Find your way of meditation whether it's a walk, a run, sweeping the floor, breathing while sitting on a bench in nature. Trying to connect to the higher self and allowing yourself to connect are two different things. Trying implies forcing. When one forces, one causes resistance, blockages. When one allows for the interaction to occur just by living their daily lives, it will occur. It is not as hard to connect as it used to be. The vibration of humanity has risen. What used to take months, years, decades, lifetimes. Meditation does not require such strenuous work anymore. Relax into who you are. Relax and allow the thoughts that arise, whether they're positive or negative. If you do not wish for a negative thought, begin thinking of positive thoughts and follow that trend, that feeling, and more thoughts will begin to arise. Follow one thought after another and continue, and you will begin to hear your higher self.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I hope that he understood that. I can offer some clarity after the webinar if you'd like to have a quick little chat. We have a question from Coralie. Coralie has a question for you. Coralie, can you? There she is.
Hi.
Hello, Coralie.
Hello, Sarah's higher self. I have a question on higher selves.
Yes.
I wanted to see how much of your higher self can you invite into your physical vessel before it's not good, and if that's going to get larger as our DNA is upgraded.
You can allow as much as is required at that moment in time. There's no limit. There's no right or wrong. The higher self will not offer more than you can handle at any given time. So to think that you are the one to modulate the amount of the being that the higher self will allow is not necessary. Your higher self knows what you are ready and prepared to handle. And to force more than you are able to handle is not necessary and will only cause damage.
Okay.
So allow the higher self to be and to arrive and to be part of your reality. Just be who you are, wherever you are, in whatever given reality. Just be. There's no need to force or try to gain more than what is given.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jay, are you nearby, ready to speak? There you go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Jay.
Hi.
Hello.
My first question is, I would like to know what Source's first creation was.
Light.
That makes sense. And lastly, I had a dream. I came across a few people were in it, including my sister, and there was a being that came out of a plaque. It looked like a sculpture or something like that, and then it came out of the plaque. And she was very soft-spoken and very nice, for lack of a better term or word. And I would like to know a little bit more about that.
What was your first impression? The feeling that came through your heart?
It was unique. I've never felt it felt gentle. The energy felt very gentle. And it was really, and I think about the color pink. I'm not sure why, but just pink to represent that.
Yes. The color of love.
Yes.
And heart energy.
And the being made a hand gesture. It lifted up its, I believe, index finger, and so did my sister, and they connected like that. And then I did that at the end with it as well. They touched. Our index fingers touched.
Beautiful.
Would you happen to know who this being was?
I'm receiving Syrian energy.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to follow through with that and for another time. Thank you very much. And Sarah as well.
You're welcome, Jay.
Sarah's higher self, there seems to be an awful lot of questions about, how people can connect to their higher selves better, how they can do other things better. And I know this is similar to the question I was kind of asking earlier. Is it just as simple as meditation, but not a guided meditation or not a meditation that somebody else has created, but a meditation that they create for themselves? Is it as simple as getting into their own comfort and just sitting there and relaxing in their own comfort for as long as they can focus on that? And that will facilitate a lot of really great information for them?
Yes, it will.
All right.
There seems to be an impression that it has to look one way or another.
Yes.
That the experience must look like another's experience. The experience will always be unique in every way. Whether the higher self shows up as a holographic being, whether they just speak to you, whether they send emotion through your heart, whether it blows the air, the wind towards you to give you an idea. It comes in many forms. You are all vibrations. Allow all vibrations to interact, to communicate to you.
Awesome. Thank you. I hope that was enough clarity for those that don't really have a voice right now, so that they can learn to follow their own inner guidance, and that's kind of all they need to do.
Exactly.
They can really get into a lot of themselves, that they'll just follow themselves instead of following what somebody else is up. Oh, we need to do Kundalini meditations. Oh, we need to do this. Oh, we need to do subliminal programming. Sometimes you can do really, really good just focusing on yourself about yourself. Yeah, I know I'm not like that one. Yeah,
Yes.
but things like that.
Just focus on who you are. Focus on what you want. The things that you wish to bring into your reality. And speak, whether it is inside or outwardly. Speak what you wish. Imagine what it is you wish. Be there. And come back and see what information you gain from the experience. It is not necessary to look for all the information outside of you. You have all you need within you, within your DNA, within your chakras, with your spirit guides, your higher self, your ancestors. They are all providing their assistance. Allow them to speak to you. Find your own way.
While you were speaking, I was being reminded that some people may feel a little self-conscious about meditation, although there's really great energy in meditating in numbers. And then I thought, for those people who have a really large sensitivity to meditating with other people, or may not feel comfortable meditating with other people, that if they do have crystals around them, that the crystals can help stabilize the energy for them as well as they meditate. Would you agree with that statement?
Yes. Any idea of permission slip will work for you because you will find your own. The crystals are there to interact and co-create with you. Use them.
Yeah, I think that would be a really good idea, because crystals can help hold the energy still for you, just as though you're having another person there beside you. But if you don't have another person you feel comfortable meditating with, you can take, I don't know, take a pocket full of crystals with you and just let them hold the energy for you, and you'll have it's possible to have a smoother experience, or maybe a little bit longer lasting experience. And then you don't have to feel self-conscious or embarrassed. You can just, hey, these are my crystals. We pal around, we do stuff, and it's always good.
Yes. Allow your heart to connect to your mind, and the ideas will come about. You do not need total silence when meditating. Only if the thoughts are not to your liking, meaning negative, is silence required and maybe sometimes necessary. To silence the mind, breathe. Focus on your breath. But if you are in a positive vibration, silence may not be required. Allowing positive thoughts and following that trend will work much more to your benefit. Which one is best for you? you will choose. Does that help?
That helps a lot. That was mostly for the other people. That wasn't for me particularly personally. Our friend Sam has another question. Sam, are you ready?
Yes, Dan, thank you. Hello here, Sarah herself.
Hello, Sam.
I have a question regarding the selenite. I use this in my meditation. I hold on to it. Um, I believe this helps in meditation state. Can you elaborate or give us some answers to that?
Selenite,
Yes.
rose quartz, and many other crystals will help in your meditative state. Within your meditative state, you may also connect to them.
Okay. Okay, and during the first time I used this, I believe it's the first time I used it, I went into a deep meditation, and then all of a sudden I felt somebody yank my right hand, but I still hold on to the selenite. Do you know if that was another entity trying doing that, or that just me reaction? Or
That was another entity.
Okay. What was the purpose of yanking my hand?
To let you become aware that the entity was there.
Okay. I did feel the presence of the entity, but I don't know who it is. Is it
That's
possible?
okay. Ask it.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay, Sarah, hi yourself. I have a couple more questions from other members. We have member Candy. She says, hello, Sarah. Appreciate your insight in regards to guidance, how to find out our strongest star heritage culture. She believes we can be from many star cultures, as she feels she is like we are Stardust DNA all in one, and would love to know where her strongest lineage is from. So she's asking if you can tune into her and maybe give her some insight about her star heritage connections. And then she says, many thanks, hugs, and blessings.
Thank you, Candy. Star cultures. You are correct. You are from many. You can connect to many. Which one is prevalent for you? You may choose. But you are part of many. You may choose one or another, and that is personal. But you may not choose. You can have that as a choice and continue to connect to many more.
Would it be safe for her to think that the ones that she's drawn to the most might be ones that she has connections with?
Correct.
All right, so it's possible for her to be able to answer her own question just by following her inner guidance.
That's correct.
Perfect. I hope that helped.
Yes. But you will find as you shift realities, the guidance of one or another may change based upon the experience you are having.
Oh, so it may float around for her then. So it might be different aspects of all of that then.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So that also gives her her straight answer, and then it gives her her complicated answers as well for the bits where there's been collaboration. So she'll be able to pick out the collaborations as well then.
Yes.
Awesome. I hope that helps Candy out. Maybe she'll comment here again. Michelle? Remember Michelle? He asks or says he recently had a vision prior to awakening while in the in-between state. So the portion from when you're going from sleep to awareness. He says his third eye opened with a bunch of vivid visions. The first was of 4 single-digit numbers. He's been trying to decipher that. The second vision appended to the first. He found himself in view of a wide screen at like a control room of a ship being shown scrolling graphics of the continents in succession. So kind of like a map, a scrolling map. He said it paused on South America, so he tried in vain to link the two visions, but he felt he was given the information for a reason. He says, I feel I was an observer. He didn't see anything else about the ship, or what he had said is thought he brought back. He said it's haunting him in a sort of fashion. Could you offer any information that would help him down his path to get the meaning of it? So might you be able to help him with his awakening visions?
The idea that it is haunting him is an idea that can be construed as he's having a negative experience. However, it is staying with him because it is important to his path and his role. It is positive. Allow the messages and the information that you receive to become clearer. Ask for clarity from your higher self and from your guides. They will provide the clarity, but it is part of your role to know that information. Allow it.
Wonderful. Thank you. Have another from Marco. Marco again says, I have a necklace with a quartz stone from the Himalayas, and in a dream he saw 2 beautiful golden angels inside, but the crystal's been stolen, and he wants to know what is the meaning. What is the meaning of this whole experience for him?
The crystal interacted with you and helped you along your journey. It's been stolen because it has finished its role with you and must continue its role with another. Does that help?
I hope that answer is satisfactory. I knew as soon as I read that, I go, oh, I know what the deal is. It's like the answer just popped right in. So yeah, it did its thing, and now it's on to do its other. Oh, I have something from member Kim, who cannot speak today. Kim was going to co-share this webinar, but she's got strep throat. She can't speak. So she's not here. So she does have a question, though. She says that she'd like to thank you for attending and supporting in the webinar. And then she asks, what can we do to support Sarah on this continuing journey as a friend that we all know and love? So what can we do to help you and help Sarah and help all these other things? Is there anything that we can do to help facilitate even more?
Lovely, Kim. Thank you very much for asking. Well, if you would like to help Sarah, there's always sessions that she is more than happy to provide. There's always donations that she is more than happy to accept. And there is always any other help, whether it's just love, whether it's helping to share the information, her information, the information of Human Colony, the information of helping humanity. This is her greatest role, helping each other to understand one another, to love one another, helping the neighbor, helping yourself and your families, loving them, guiding them, loving your friends, loving your community. These are all ways of helping Sarah and helping yourself. It is more important that everyone help each other in love, honor, and friendship, and coming together as one.
Thank you so much, Sarah's higher self. I'd like to check in with Sarah. Does she require any liquid or anything? Because we're just a little more than halfway through the webinar. Does she require anything at the moment?
Yes, she can take a sip of coffee.
All right, let's let her do that. Let's let her slip back in and have just a moment. Yeah.
Oh,
let your eyes readjust. Yeah. Yeah, welcome back.
Oh my God, it gets so hot.
Oh, do you need a fan on or something? Do you need a moment
here? The fan is on.
Oh, it's already on and you're still hot?
It's just when I channel, it gets...
Yeah, it's because you're cooking over there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, thank you for that expansion, and that was really nice. And Kim had a good question. What can we all do to just kind of... And it wasn't just about you either. It's just kind of, we can do this for everybody. Just be supportive, basically.
Yes.
Just be helpful. Be supportive.
Supporting one another is great.
Yes. Even if you don't say or do anything, if you can just help them energetically by not thinking poorly of them, you know, that can help a lot too.
Yes.
That can shift a lot of energy. All right. So do you need more coffee? You need anything else? Do you need to like stand up for 10 seconds or something?
Yes.
What do you need to do?
A minute, please.
All right. Do you need to go off cam for a second?
Yes.
Or go ahead and go off cam for a second, and I'll just hold the space here for a minute. Oh goodness, what a nice morning so far. Everything is going so smoothly. I'm really quite surprised, and I'd like to give thanks for the people who are asking questions on the event page, and the questions being good and deep. Like they were asking what kind of questions they could ask, and said, you know, the more personal, the deeper, the better. Sarah's higher self really has a good ability to go in and reach some places that sometimes we get a little confused about. So, oh, you know, we're working on ourselves, but how do we get to this thing? You know, we're so close, or how do we reach this thing? We're trying to reach a higher self, or we're trying to do this, or we're trying to. Do you have just a little tip? And man, sometimes she's really excellent for that. Yeah, not thinking poorly of others is important, Christine. Yeah, it can be. It can be. You can shift a lot of energy by just shifting a thought about a thing. Just really shift it over to the side. Yeah, that just kind of came out. But you don't. Some people think, oh, in order to make things, we've got to take all this physical action. Oh, we got to do all this stuff. Oh, we got to start an email campaign, or we got to do other. And people think all kinds of stuff when honestly, the number one thing you can do is just shift what you think about it. How about the thing that you think is broken is maybe not so broken? Maybe that thing needs to be there for a reason we don't understand or comprehend. Maybe there's a design about it that we don't quite have the clarity on. And sometimes the best thing to do is just offer a thing neutrality and let it unfold however it's supposed to. So the best thing you can do to help a thing is not think anything about it, or at least not think anything yay or nay about it. Stay neutral about it and just allow it to unfold however it's supposed to unfold. That sometimes it's what you think about it is what sways it this or that. So if you have something that you believe is a negative experience, you can go, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm not going to worry about that today. Maybe I'm just going to let it be whatever it is. And then you're not giving it the energy that makes it worse. Or maybe not. If you can't give something like a good thought, give it at least neutrality. If you can give it neutrality, then that helps to cancel it out. So if it is a negative thing you're experiencing and you offer neutrality, then at least it's not bugging you anymore. Then you don't need to throw any negative at it. So that's the idea. That's the idea behind that whole concept. Well, your audio's back. Is your camera back? There she is.
Yes,
All right.
I needed to stretch.
Yeah, I thought you needed a bit because I'm kind of feeling it in my legs too. I need to step away for a second here too. Would you like to just talk to everybody for a moment while I do that? We'll just have a little 2-minute intermission here, just real quick.
Yes. So how's it going, everyone?
Right ahead, Dan. Hi, Sarah. It's
Hi,
Wendy. Oh, it's so wonderful to see you here and be with you in this way. And happy anniversary, and happy anniversary to us. I just want to say Sarah is my very first sister in our group here. We met each other 2 years ago.
Yes.
Has it been only 2 years?
It's been 2 years. My God, that flew by, didn't it?
And yeah, it feels more like lifetime.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's wonderful. What a way to celebrate such a momentous occasion. And then here we are walking into another momentous occasion with Arkansas. And
yes.
I'm very, very, very excited to say I will be a part of that beautiful journey.
Beautiful, Wendy.
And so here we are, 2 years later. Sarah and I, when we met, we knew immediately. We shared many, many timelines.
Yes.
Many. And we've had a lot of fun exploring that journey. And it's taken us on big twists and turns, and we sometimes don't even get a chance to connect. And so this is a great way to say happy anniversary, and I love you, and how wonderful it is that you're sitting here today, and we're sitting here today with you in this now, in this way. It's freaking awesome and amazing and epic, and wow, who would have thought, Well, we knew, didn't we? We knew back then, but we didn't know what we didn't know. But it's like you see it, and you feel it, and you know it. But now that we're here, 2 years later, wow.
Yeah.
To be experiencing all this and to share this kind of a day together, and just so that we have this wonderful anniversary with this wonderful group of family, and meeting our stellar families and our galactic families and more importantly, our higher self.
Yes, definitely. Well, it seems the Nagas want to come through.
Sure thing.
The Nagas.
Hey.
Yes, the Nagas. Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
Where would you like to go next?
Any questions from the audience?
Oh, they're asking if there was a translation for the language that was just spoken.
We are the Nagas. We are here with you. We have been here for a long period of your history. We wish to connect with you at this time to help you in the ascension process. You may ask for our assistance if you choose to do so. We are a part of you. Therefore, you have a connection to us within your physicality. You may connect anytime you wish. We love you and honor your process of ascension.
Are you ready for another question?
Yes.
Sam, would you like to come and ask?
Yes, Dan, thank you. Hello, Naga.
Hello, Sam.
Yes, I believe we do have connection because I saw myself as a big giant snake, and
Yes.
and my culture, Khmer ancient Khmer people, we are the Nagas as well as the dragon.
Yes.
Can you give me a little information on what my role is as being a giant snake that I saw in my vision?
You are a spiritual warrior. Your role is whatever you choose it to be in this lifetime. Whether you choose to be a counselor or one who speaks to the people or any other idea is up to you.
Okay. And the other question is, the vision I saw was me being a giant snake. I feel exactly what the snake feel, but I also saw a vision of other snake, and they represent the people of my country in Cambodia.
Yes.
And in our culture, being a big giant snake is one who of wisdom and I guess a lot of spiritual wisdom. Is that what it really means?
Yes. That's one facet. There are many other facets.
Okay.
Like there are many parts of you. You may become one or another as the experience calls for. As you have already in this lifetime, father, son, husband. There are many facets to you right now, and there will be many others soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Christine, would you like to ask your question?
Yes. Naga, greetings and blessings.
Greetings.
I would like to call on you when I am doing distance Reiki for people who have problems with an addiction. Can I call on you for that? Is it breaking a rule to ask for help to be given to a person who maybe this is part of their contract, or this is, I know you don't like contract, that maybe this is something they need to know or to learn?
There are no rules.
Good.
Do as you choose, what you are excited about. You may call on us for any assistance. We would help to ground the energy of the being you wish to help.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Much love.
You are welcome.
Amran, are you having a question?
Yeah, I have a question. Hello, dear Naga.
Hello.
2 days ago, I actually spent my whole night dreaming about a black snake. I don't know what that was about. Is that a snake visiting me?
Yes.
Often. Why were we together?
You are connecting to your Naga aspect.
I have, yes. Yes. And my second question is about well, I have connected with the guy named a prophet, like his name is Zoroaster. I just wanted to know if there is any messages from him. I perceive him as a golden sphere every time he comes. He's like in this golden sphere and radiating a very, very high level of energy. It's like there is just joy all around the room every time he comes.
He is helping you with moving forward in your channeling experience and in other spiritual matters.
Yes, okay. And do you know anything about the blue snakes? Because I remember now I had a dream or astral experience a long time ago. I was in a field of flower. It was like a large field of it was flowers. Blue flowers were everywhere, and I laid in between these blue flowers, and then a blue snake came to me, and this was a very long time ago, and the blue snake came to me and was with me there and rested with me in the blue flowers. what was...
The blue snakes are from the ancient past, as you would consider it. They are wise. They were counterparts.
Yes, okay. Well, yeah, well, that was...
Allow the information to continue to flow.
Yes.
From the blue snake.
I
He
will.
has much to tell you.
Yes. But it is just that sometimes I doubt the information that comes through, because I'm doubting if how much the information is how much of it I am spoiling myself, because the information comes very fluently, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it's just my mind sometimes that is making some of it up. Am I making some of it up, or is the information 100%?
The information is 100%. And yet, you create your reality. You are making everything up. Accept it.
Okay, well, yes, okay.
You have made up your own body. Accept it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. That was very helpful. Now I can a little more in myself. Thank you. And have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
That was very wonderful, Naga. Very empowering, actually. I like that. Sarah's higher self answered a question about a quartz that had some angels in it that were stolen, and I misread. The crystal wasn't stolen. The angels that appeared inside seem to have been stolen. And now Marco is asking, will the angels be like returning, or will they be coming back? Well, or are they gone to just onto another mission? Are you able to answer a question like that?
They have gone on to another mission. Angels cannot be stolen.
Wonderful. Thank you for that clarity. Have a question from a member, Jana, or Jana. Perhaps it's Jana. She says she's been having very vivid and intense dreams lately, but she's been having trouble decoding what the messages behind them are. She's wondering, why does she keep having such dreams? Are you able to answer this question for her?
Because she's looking to decode them instead of allowing the information to flow through. There is nothing to decode. Feeling into the information is what is necessary. The information wants to come to her. Allow it.
Will she be then given another dream of clarity then? Because she's going to get into a question of guidance. She's going to want to know which direction to go with the information.
She will be guided to the knowledge. But trying to decode the information will not help. That is the mind trying to analyze. The information will be opened by heart and feeling.
Wonderful. Thank you for that clarity. So she'll be able to get some answers from there. We have a question from member Jonna Lee. She says, good morning. Hi, Naga. I wonder if my efforts toward healing my own body and that of my husband's are effective. Do I need to change anything to enhance healing? Are spouses conditioned such that only he can work on them, like his own illnesses himself?
Yes.
If so, how might she be able to help him along? So
by
she's
healing herself, focusing
Oh.
on herself.
Oh, so by healing all of yourself, you heal all of everybody else. See, that's perfect.
No.
No?
By healing oneself and moving higher in vibration, you allow others to see what you have done. You have become an example that gives them the permission to do the same for themselves if they choose to do so. But worrying about another does not help the situation. You can only help yourself and be an example to the other. The other will have to raise their vibration to stay in your environment. And if they choose to stay, their vibration will raise. Work with yourself first and foremost.
Thank you for that. Member Sure sends greetings and much love, and he would like to know if there is a message that is supposed to come to him. So I don't know if there's a message that's supposed to come to him for him, or if he's asking if there's a message that you might have for him to help him on his journey. Are you able to connect with Sure and give him a piece of wisdom or something?
He is following his path smoothly at the moment. Follow your own guidance. You are doing wonderfully. Continue to follow the guidance within you. You may connect to the Nagas as well, Sure. They have much to give you in knowledge. They wish to do so on their own.
Thank you for that. That kind of leads into another question. Can you please explain about the Naga to everybody? There are some who may not have heard about the Naga before or understand much about them or their history. Can you give a short explanation of what the Naga are, maybe where they're from, maybe part of their role in this portion of our reality and ascension? Might you be able to give a description?
We have been here for a very long time. You may find information of us from your Egypt, your Asian societies. Many of them have kept their histories. Cambodia, India, China, the Philippines. They have retained the awareness of the Nagas. The Nagas were also part of many other places, such as Ireland and in South America, your natives, many places where the old pyramids were built. The Nagas were there. Their energy is still there. We were here even before the human race. And we are here to assist in the ascension of the planet. We are spiritual beings. We are of the fifth dimension. We have much to share with each and every one of you. There are Nagas from other planets, but the Nagas here on Earth are the ones who wish to connect with you. It is time for the reconnection of all of the kingdoms of Gaia. Does that answer your question?
I believe so, because many people were asking. We have a question from Valerie, who is actually here in the room, and then after that we have a question from Elle, and then maybe we'll be able to do a blessing. Elle, can you mute for just one moment, and we'll let Valerie go, and then your turn? Valerie, whenever you are ready.
Hi, Nagas.
Hello, Valerie.
I have a question about ascension and vibration.
Yes.
Can you explain to us how we feel our vibration rising?
The more positive you become, the more your vibration rises. And as your vibration rises, the lighter you feel. As you bring down the energies of the high vibration, bring it down to solidify and ground within the earth, to help the earth in her ascension process, and to help to ground your awareness to the earth so that you may connect to your third dimension reality, to connect to the others who are in their process of ascension. Does this answer your question?
Yes. How does breath help in that process?
Breath is life force. It is energy. You may slow down your vibration or speed it up with breath. Depends on your awareness of yourself as well.
Okay, so if a person has a sudden drop in feeling and how they feel, like all of a sudden becomes sad, Is breath the way back up to positive?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate you
Breath
very
is
much.
the way of connecting to the energy of who you truly are. Connecting to life itself. Sadness, you feel sadness because of a sense of disconnection to life, to who you are, yourself, to your spirit. Breath can reconnect you back to your spirit and who you are. When you are sad, you lose breath. That is that panic feeling, that anxiety feeling. You try to regain your breath in this action. When you breathe in life. When you breathe out, you release the anxiety, the harsh emotions that you're feeling from disconnection. And it goes back into Gaia for her to use and transmute.
Thank you. Namaste. Love you, Naga.
Namaste.
Elle, are you here?
Yes. Hello,
There she
everyone.
is.
Hello, Elle.
Hey, Sarah. My higher self greets your higher self.
Greetings.
I wish you all the best. Much
Thank
love
you.
and thank you for doing this. I would like you to tell me a little bit more about my Nagas.
In what
If it's
way?
okay. I'm familiar with the Nagas and with Kundalini for a while. So I have some experience, and if you tell about the Kundalini that goes from your spine, the really nice energy that people can activate in order to feel warm, it would be very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd like to bring this idea to your awareness. The Kundalini energy will activate at its appointed time. To try to activate the Kundalini energy without the guidance of your spirit will cause damage, because you are forcing something to occur before the time is correct for you. Do not force or try to activate your Kundalini energy. It will activate on its own. The more you try, the more you push it away, because you are not ready to understand that energy.
Thank you, dear.
Realize that it is connected to you already. It is a part of you. There's no need for force or trying to activate. It is already activated. When the time is right, it will begin to rise. Is that understood?
Yes. Thank you.
You are welcome.
I just have one more final question from member Simon. Simon, our friend Simon, says, "Hello, Naga. I love you very much."
Thank you, Simon.
He says, "What is the best way for him to improve his channeling?" And he says, "Thank you." He's asking about his channeling connection. Can you have some wisdom to offer Simon to help him with his connections with his channeling?
Finding his own way of meditation. Whether it is writing, singing, riding a bike, walking, washing the dishes, taking a shower. Your own way of meditating to connect to yourself. Your channeling capabilities will come online when you have connected to yourself in a deeper fashion. It cannot help but come online in the vibration of the planet as it is at this moment. Does that answer the question?
I hope it does. I'm not seeing a response right now, so I'm going to say yes, that got heard. I'd like to begin to close the webinar. We're nearing the top of the hour. It's actually gone a lot longer than I thought. Oh, well, wait a minute. Let's do one more question. If Kim can just type it really, really quickly. Kim has a really quick question, and then we'll close and have blessings and all of that. So if she can get the typing here, because she says it's an absolute Naga question. So she'd like to take the opportunity to catch you while you're here. So she is typing speedily away. Let's give her just a second to get caught up. All right. She'd like to know the Naga perspective. That's all. She's waited
Which
27 years. What's a couple more? Yeah, which perspective on what idea, Kim? Can you type that in just real quick? The Naga perspective about herself, or the Naga perspective on something else? What has waited 27 years? Oh, an experience she had 27 years ago. She wants to know the Naga perspective on an experience that she had 27 years ago. May we have a hint? Meditating for 2 full days, chanting in the dark. Oh, so she's asking what you know about that experience in her life, and perhaps what the outcome was, or if that is still in play, that experience. So she says, when the Guru came out to every one of us, out of the 500 of them, when the Guru went to her, she swears she levitated. So, who levitated? He levitated? She wants to know what happened to her during that meditation 27 years ago when she chanted for 2 days. Near as I can tell, that's the question.
There are some Nagas who have the capability of flying. When you connect it to your Naga aspect, that Naga have the capability of flying. This is what you felt.
She's wondering if it was her Kundalini as well, or did they work hand in hand, the Kundalini and the Naga she connected to?
That is correct.
Because she says she levitated, but when it ended, she was pushed back so harshly into her body, it was quite a shock.
Yes.
So she's asking what happened.
Your body was not ready at that time. You connected because of your meditation. You were asking for an experience, and you received it. Your Kundalini was awakened at that time as well. And you were able to connect to your Naga aspect. You are still able to connect to your Naga aspect in this moment.
If she
You
does,
only need to have an excitement to continue the interaction.
if she reconnects with her Naga aspect, might she be able to levitate again?
When the time is right.
I would tell Kim that's something to look forward to. I'd say go for it. But that's just me.
Yes.
Naga, that's the final question, the final things. I think we'd like to bring Sarah back. Would like to thank you for coming and sharing all your wisdom and sharing all the information with everybody. I'm sure everybody learned something. And then would like to have the blessings and then close.
Very well.
Thank you so much.
Namaste.
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 Okay.
Oof! Wow!
Hey,
Wow!
welcome back.
Welcome back, Sarah. That was
Thank you,
awesome.
Beautiful
Thank
job,
you.
Sarah.
Oof. Hot.
Yep.
Get some
your
water.
fan going.
Get some water.
Have a drink.
Talking about that Kundalini, you'll do that.
Yeah. Wonderful.
It's the Naga energy plus the heat of Miami. I tell you.
Well, I got to tell you, Sarah, I'm in Tennessee right now, and I'm surrounded by snakes. And it's interesting because when I get here, I was actually going to ask Naga about this, but I already got the answer. So, but as soon as I get here, it's like we have this understanding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like this mutual respect that we each maintain our boundaries. But what I was going to ask Naga about was really just commenting about how we all have the power to do that. We all have the power to connect with the Naga. We have our aspect of our own Naga aspects, and to understand that you really do have the power to set your boundaries, but to also invite them into your world. So it goes both ways.
Yes.
And to connect.
The mutual respect.
Yes, and the point was, I was just going to ask them to comment about the human ability to be able to connect that way with any creature on our planet and any kingdom, plant,
That's
animal, elemental, and so forth. So anyway, that was.
Hey, Wendy, while we have you on voice, would you like to
yes.
offer up a quick blessing real quick while you're already on?
I could do that now, or is there anybody else that would like to?
Well,
do
maybe
one as
Sarah
well?
might want to say something when she's done.
And
yeah.
Actually, I was going to ask Amron if he's still in here. I was going to ask him.
No, he's out already. He fell out a while ago.
Okay. Okay, yeah, but I would be happy to, unless there was anything else that any of Sarah's languages.
Yeah, maybe I think Sarah might have something to add after yours. I thought I'd let you add the first knock at it here.
Great. Okay, sounds good. Niano asala kitor kusha mahilantar sola hanama maura hashanaku. Tota liandara kaliandar kusa maura shunaki hariasanaki latarukusa pliana. Motoha lasu ama atukulu shishumaka. Isaliana Hisonaha. We are in gratitude today of all of you coming today and opening your hearts with your questions and opening your hearts for the answers. Nila Hasono Mosha Shianaka. Titula Hasina Tadakisa Sama Shanakisa. To offer and invite yourself to view other aspects of yourself. To accept unconditionally all of them, equally and individually and collectively. Nisona Hashana. Hotorukusa Milaskianaki. Hosonola Shinasi. And each of these gatherings brings you further and further toward your higher vibration, your highest vibration. Nisono Kosha. Sinatisa Sianasi. And each gathering allows you to envelop and raise your capability of understanding. Nilasana Kosha. Samakila. Sonoash. Because you never do go back in vibration. You are always raising. Always raising. Inashotorokwa. And with each raise in your frequency, you are able to accept, understand, comprehend, and share these new ideas. Milatriashanea. Kwalashi Amia. Alitira Kisasima Lesiana Kolakisho. Anu Kuasasa. Shunokoleantarkilambokushina. Each of you recognizing the great and grand power that lies within you, that you are all great and grand creators. Ino shotorukwasa. Ni sotorukwaskimasi. And as Sarah's higher self said, Sino torukoshana. It doesn't exist until you see it. No torukoshamiasasa. Accept it. You created it. No shona kisa. Sonokusa. Once you accept, you unconditionally love. And you grow and expand in that love and share that love. And in turn raise the vibration of the entire human collective consciousness, Gaia, the earth and its inhabitants, and all of creation. No sotorokombo shala. Vana asi. Vitariki sanakila honaki. Halasi sanakosa. You come in one and you leave another. Tonokoshanasia. You are never the same as when you came. No shonakilasaniana. Hosanikasa. Having raised your vibration in this now and every now, you are new. Kosania taraklian tarakasonasi. You are not the same as when you entered, for every moment is new and now. Torukusama. Boshonokusasa. Thank you for allowing this information to expand into your heart. Shonokosami. Sasila saso. Create and love and share. Yisanakisasa. For that is why you came. Moshonakila. Sonokosami. Otorokosani itorukosa. Torukosa. The light within you illuminates the light within the all, and the light within the all illuminates the light within you. Nikoshanasa. Mosonola. Mahala. Namaste.
Mahala.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Sarah, you got something stirring.
Yes, I'm still feeling Naga energy.
Do they have a parting blessing?
Blessings.
Blessing.
Thank you so much. Do you have anything more, Sarah, or are you complete?
There were the Arcturians. They wanted to come through.
All right, go ahead.
Hisalanayu Hashatai Siniya. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
I'd like to take a moment to thank everybody for coming. We're going to go ahead and close the webinar. I'd like to remind everybody again about the Hot Springs Retreat next week. I posted the links on Human Colony, on Google+. I'll post them on the Facebook and on the YouTube channel.
Retreat.
That's right. Retreat.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome.
So awesome.
Thank you,
Are you
everybody.
coming, Ellie?
Yeah, I'm here, guys. You're amazing. I love you. It was so nice. I was holding back because it's too emotional here.
Okay.
But still, it was awesome, amazing, incredible, everything.
Thank you, Ellie.
I love you.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you, everybody. This has been humancolony.org, HUCOLO TV. You can find us on the web. You can find us on the YouTube channel. You can follow the links that are available on all the places. Love you all very much. Thank you for coming. See you again soon.
Bye-bye.